Sorry, I forgot the words, but thank you anyway. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Brother Yusef here. I wanted to talk to you about something. People, they always ask me, when did you start playing the guitar and what got you interested in the blues? I guess I am what you would call a late starter. I didn't start playing the guitar till I was about 19 years old, and the reason why is because I had to wait to become a guy with a job, a young man. Because after I graduated high school, I had a job and saved my own money to buy my first guitar. When I wanted to learn how to play the guitar, I would say maybe when I was maybe 10 or 11, somewhere around that area. I saw the Jackson 5, of all people, of all groups. I saw the Jackson 5 on the Ed Sullivan Show. And it was that one scene, and we all seen it, where Michael Jackson is singing Who's Loving You, and is singing Stop the Love You Save, and all that stuff like that. And I'm looking at him, my parents, they're screaming, hey, come on in, check this out. And I come inside, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. And I'm like looking, and I was looking at Michael Jackson. And to be honest, at the time, I wasn't that impressed, because he was just another kid jumping around singing. Big deal. I was digging Tito and Jermaine. Tito and Jermaine had these big old naturals, big old afros. They were shaking them and everything like that. And they had these cool looking guitars. I had never seen a guitar like that before, because we had old raggedy beat up acoustic guitar in the house. But I'd never seen an electric guitar and an electric bass. I didn't know the difference at the time, but I just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. Their brothers were playing, and they had the head, and they were going like that, and Tito was going, and it was just amazing. I said, oh man, I want to do that. So what is that, And later on, when we'd go visit my grandparents in Bakersfield, which is where I was born, but we had since moved out, but we go visit my grandparents quite a bit back in the day, and when they were still with us. And they were the type of folks that would go to church, sanctified church folk. They go to church all day. And it's true, black people will be in church all day long. Black people will be in church. You get to church at 10 o'clock and you don't get out till 4. You are hungry and tired. And anyway, but what I remember about the church was the music, and it was intense. And they had electric guitars and electric basses in the church, and it was loud. And I said, wow. So between seeing what I saw in the church and what I saw in the Jackson 5, I wanted to play electric guitar. All right? So I went to my folks. I said, hey folks, I want to learn how to play electric guitar. Can you guys give me an electric guitar? And remember I said earlier that we had old raggedy beat up acoustic guitar that, where the action was like, what, this high off the neck? And my dad's like, play that one. I'm like, I want electric guitar. So they said, all right, you want to play music? Fine. And they said what most parents said. Learn piano first. I'm going to tell you right now. I did not like piano lessons. I did go to piano lessons. And let me tell you why I went to piano lessons. Because at the time I took piano lessons, I was 12. And my piano teacher, she was about 18. That's why I went to piano lessons. That was my motivation. You know what I'm saying? But, after a while I got tired. I learned a little bit. I learned. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to put down my piano teacher, because I did learn. But it just wasn't what I was into. I just said, you know what? Never mind. Forget about it. So I just put it aside. And when I got in high school, and when I got to junior high and high school, I got into the arts and graphic arts. I became a photographer, and I learned how to print t-shirts. And ultimately, that's what I wound up doing for a living for about 15 years. But it wasn't until I graduated high school, Pasadena High School, Bulldogs, go Bulldogs. Yep, okay. Anyway, it wasn't until I graduated out of high school that I had my first job. I took my little money. As a friend of mine, he had this, old generic Gibson guitar, and I bought that off him for $60. And I never looked back. And that's how I began to learn how to play guitar. So I started at the age of 19, and that was back in 1982. That's when I first started playing the guitar. So, all right, people. I got more of that story, but I'll tell you about that later another time. All right, y'all take care. I will see you next time. If you like this, please subscribe. Please tell your friends. Below are going to be links to my Facebook, my Instagram, my music. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Check me out. Peace.